Good morning here, everybody, here on April 9th. Welcome to Trading Within the Box. First of all, this is not a recommendation to buy, hold, or sell any stocks, futures, equities, or Forex or options. This is an educational video only. If you'd like to purchase stocks, please contact a licensed professional or the brokerage house of your choice, and they will help you there. Okay, so we're going to go over first the markets, and let's go over what's going on right now as we got distribution up here, and we got a little bit of selling distribution in the S&P 500. Okay, so what's going on as we've been looking at this market? Look at this right here. Okay, we got a little bit of a squeeze play on the S&P 500 on the daily chart. Okay, we have a little bit of a crossover on the stochastic. But right now, we have a lot of people interested in selling here. Let's see what happens here. Now, as we go over to the line chart on the daily chart for the S&P 500, what do we got going on here? This could be an M formation here forming, okay? This could be an M formation here, okay? We could be getting this type of thing, okay? Let's see if we're going to head down to the 510.45, okay? That's very possible on the S&P 500. Let's go over to the XLF, and we're still on a line chart here. And right now, what's happening with this is we're sitting right on the support level. See it right there. Okay? We're sitting right on the support level. And look at the selling candlesticks here, okay? Look at the distribution right now on the stock market here with the bank basket, okay? You have another pennant squeeze play formation here, okay? We're either gonna break this way or we're gonna break down, okay? To 40.78, okay? So that's what we're looking at here. Let's go over to the IWM, and on the IWM, look at what we got going on here. Let's go to a line chart, and we can see what's happening here. Now we got a stochastic all the way on the bottom here, so we could go sideways here for a little while. Let's see what happens. Now watch the squeeze play here now. So we got a lot of squeeze plays coming here right here. Look at this right there, okay? Look at the pennant formation, okay, here. So you're hitting resistance now. Let's see if we get this, and then what? Breaking down, okay? What's going to happen, okay? That's why we're looking at the markets first. Now let's go over to Microsoft, the old world Microsoft, as we call it, every day. And now Microsoft holding strong up in this area, but we got more sellers than buyers in this market right now. Okay, and we have a little bit of light volume going on here. Let's go to a line chart. So the line chart right here, okay, on Microsoft, right there. Look at this, okay? Now, we could get this and then get engulfing and then go up. Now, if we get relative strength while the market's going down, the S&P, let's just say, right? Okay, then we'll have relative strength right up here, okay? So let's see what's actually going to happen there. Let's go over to the candlesticks and let's shoot over to the 2-hour chart and see actually what's happening. Now, we do have more sellers than buyers here on the Microsoft, like today with the more selling going on the 2-hour chart, okay? Now, when you look at the 2-hour chart here and you look at yesterday's volume was very light, okay? Yesterday was kind of like a sideways move kind of, okay? The other color right here where this gray and this yellow is, this is the aftermarket and this is the pre-market, okay? So there was more buyers than sellers on April 5th, okay? But we were slamming where? Right into resistance. So we're right into the resistance spot right there. And that's another reason why. Look at this resistance area. There's a major overhead resistance right here at Microsoft, okay? Right in this range between 425.92 and 426.64, you know, within that range, okay? So that's why we're waiting to see what's going to happen. Let's go over the 30-minute chart and see, and we got more sellers than buyers, right, on the 30-minute chart. So it looks like we might be heading down to the 419 range. Let's see what's going to happen. So you can see it right here, right in front of your eyes. We got more sellers right there, okay, than buyers right now. Remember, stock markets change on a dime, so nothing's written in stone as you go along, okay? You got to just keep following the money. It's not a prediction. It's not a gamble. It's following what they're going to go do, what they're actually doing. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, we're not sitting here predicting anything. Okay, and we're not gambling. The whole thing is with the patience. You always have to have the patience to wait, and that's the biggest problem. The biggest problem with the trading world is the retail trading world is the patience. So you could know what you're doing, but you may not have the patience to wait. That's the problem. But when you do wait and that situation comes to you, like right here, let's say you were down here and you had an advanced order or you had a limit order right here, let's say at 167.97, you got a little bit of a bounce, to 169 in the pre-market. You see that? So they bounced off of support levels because they got a cover. And that's what happened in the pre-market today. Okay. So now this is Apple. Okay. So let's go over Apple here. Okay. So we were just on the 2-hour chart. Now look at the daily chart on Apple. Okay. Look how you're holding this line right here. You're holding this line. Now look at the squeeze play, what we got going on here. Okay. We have another pennant formation here. Okay. But we're holding the line. We haven't broke this area, so that's good. That's a good sign for Apple right now. Now, it could break and go down. It's very, very possible. You have more sellers here than buyers, okay, and you have a market pulling back, so it could break down. So let's see what happens here. Every time you go up to this 9-day moving average, you sell into it. They're selling into that, okay? You go over the 2-hour chart here, and you came down to support, and you bounced off of it. Now watch your line chart on a 2-hour chart right there. Okay, let's see if it breaks it and comes back down. Okay, that's what we're looking for too. Let's go over to a smaller time frame. Let's go to a 15-minute chart as we do sometimes. And look how we came up. We hit the resistance area, and then when they shorted right into it, they sold into that spot. Now we have no volume at this point in the day here, okay? But let's see if they're going to come back up and retest this bar right here, okay, and head up to 169.73. Let's see what happens, okay? Right now, it looks like there's some buying coming in on a 15-minute chart. Let's see what happens, as we go through the day here, okay? See how it just keeps hitting the 9-day moving average? Boom, sells off. Now watch this. Comes up to there, boom, sells off. Comes up to there, sells off. Comes up to there, sells off. Comes up there, you got to break out. But then you got the failure, okay? When you get the breakout failure, they pound those, okay, to the downside. Okay, so this is obviously weak, but holding the line, okay, on Apple. So let's go over to the most hyped up stock in the world, NVIDIA. And remember my video, okay? Now, remember my video from when, as we were going into this on March 22nd, we were going into the March 8th bar. And if you go back to that video, you'll see when I told you that all the hype was that Friday, everybody was buying NVIDIA. I said, they're setting you up for short. They're telling you on TV, everything's going to go, NVIDIA's going to go Friday. It did, okay? But what was it going into, okay? It was going into, and I had said this to everybody, it was going into 114 million shares as that candlestick from March 22nd was 58 million, and then on March 25th, it was 55 million, going into the 114. And I told you that's a failure right there because we didn't know if it was going to hold and then make another run at it. It came back to support, and then we had the sell signal right there on April 4th, okay? And now we're breaking down on NVIDIA. Now we're coming to another support area right now, okay? We do have a support area at 837.18. We could get a pop. As the moving average is heading down. We get a pop there, and then boom, they slam it down to the 807.27. So let's see what's going to happen with NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA has a break step pattern right here on a short, okay? So now with NVIDIA, when you get these large volume candlesticks for a short, remember, this is intraday. This is not, you look at this, you get the boom, you get right there, you get a lot of volume, same type of situation here. When they rally it back to the magnet of the moving average, okay? So let's draw an imaginary moving average here, let's just say. So we could get the same situation here. Come back, and then boom, and then fail, okay, on NVIDIA. Okay, so right now, on the 2-hour chart, they're not supporting this stock right now, okay? They're selling it right now. Selling NVIDIA right now, okay? That's what they're doing. That's what the big guys are doing. You can see it right in front of the face right there. Okay, it's right in front of your face, okay? But we are hitting, remember this, just be careful because we got a gap right here, So this is a support area. So you could get a little bit of a bounce. I'm not saying a trend change because you got this rolling over, okay? You get that little thing and then boom, and they're going to short you down right here, okay? Let's see if they're going to go down to 807.27 on a video. Right now it's 839.39, okay? Let's just see what happens. This is right here on this little channel coming down. Look at the look at the 30-minute chart on NVIDIA. Now, we get a lot of, remember here, back here, as we were going back here, look at the sellers right there. They kind of told you what they were going to do, okay? Then you come back with a mixed bag, okay? Then you come back with no volume. You're underneath the moving average here, okay? Now you come back in and here they are selling it again. They're selling into it, okay? It doesn't mean it can't pop back up a little bit, but boom, they're going to sell back into that, okay? So watch out on NVIDIA there as you're following that down, okay? But remember, with those velocity candlesticks, they will pop you back up a little bit, even in a downtrend, okay? And they'll pop you back up with no volume, and that's how you'll know that they're going to slam you down again, okay? Let's go over to Amazon. On Amazon now, okay? Now on Amazon, remember you got earnings on April 25th, okay? So just to know, right in your book, that you got to be careful for the earnings, okay? Now you're up in this spot right here. You're up in this area, okay? And you break up above the 184.23, but now they sell into that spot. Okay, let's go over the 2-hour chart. And the 2-hour chart, look at the sellers now coming into Amazon here. Now, I'm not saying that you can't get a pop and you get a little pop to the upside here and you start going sideways trading within the box here. That could happen, okay? But you do have more people interested in selling, and you don't really have that many buyers right now on Amazon. So this could break down over time on Amazon. Right now, you're way far away from the moving average on the daily chart. Look at that. So it could come back to that spot right there, okay? That's what we're looking for there. That's what we're looking to follow the money, right? That's what we're doing, following the money on the charts. That's all we're doing here, okay? Now, on Tesla, we got a double bottom here, okay? Now, watch Tesla. You get the double bottom right there, okay? Now, I want you to look at this really closely. You're trading within the box. You see that? Okay? Right there. Now, you come down, you get the flush out of volume right there. The money exchange is with that high red volume stick at the support level, okay? So you're going to get a bounce, right? But what are you getting a bounce for? Trading within a sideways range. Now, at one point, you could be getting accumulation. Okay? See how you had that little flush out there, money exchange, okay? And then you come back up here, right into this spot right here, okay? So now you're in resistance, and that's why a reversal candlestick here on a 2-hour chart. We're going to pull back to the moving average, okay? Right now you still have more sellers than buyers, but you have a little bit of covering, okay? And you're trading within the box, too, at the same time. So that remains to be seen. There's no breakouts here or anything like that. So right now we're just in a little consolidation area, okay? Let's go over to Home Depot. And on Home Depot, look at Home Depot with the W forming underneath the moving average. So now this could be a little bit of a bounce back here, okay? Let's see if this really does happen. We get this and we get a little bounce back to 369.36, and then maybe it fails back down to 359 or 355, okay? Right now you're at 359.69. Let's go over to the 2-hour chart here. And on the 2-hour chart, as we were coming down, we had much more sellers and buyers. We already went over that. But now you got a little bit of covering right here in this spot here, okay? And now you have less sellers right here. So you could get a little bit of a snapback. So you have the little sellers coming back down, okay? You can come back, possibly retest this, and then maybe get a little bit of a bounce back, okay? It's possible, okay? That will just keep following, okay? We're just going to keep following Home Depot, okay? That's what we do, just keep following. Now let's look at Goldman Sachs, the monster in the banking industry and the big dog on the block. And what do we got with Goldman sitting on the 9-day moving average with a stochastic heading down with pressure to the downside. You got low volume in this spot right here, okay? You got like a little bit of low volume here coming in this spot here. So you could have like a little bit of distribution going on here, and you could have a sideways consolidation with distribution at the same time, okay? So what could be happening here? You could be in this spot right here, trading within the box. See it? Right there, okay? Now you could come back to this area right here and then head back up a little bit as you got distribution in that area, okay? Now go over the 2-hour chart, okay? Go over the 2-hour chart. You have more sellers than buyers right now pushing down, okay? Remember I said you could push down into that spot, back to that support area, okay? So that's what's going on as you see it. You got a little bit of lower lows here and lower highs here, okay? Goldman, okay? Let's go back to the daily chart first, and let's go over to Costco, the monster in the retail sector, okay? And now with Costco, we have lower low here on the daily chart. We have more sellers than buyers, and they're not supporting Costco on buy right now. Now this back here, you missed the bull run because the bull run was this right here, okay? That's a bull market run right there, okay? If I ever saw one, okay? So now we're hitting down. We get a lower low, a lower high. Let's see if we come back up to this moving average, and then we fail and we come back to the $700 area, okay? Right now we're at 710.72, okay? Let's see what's going to happen there. And we run over to a 2-hour chart because we want to see the volume a little bit. We had some covering right in this spot, right down there. And then look at this right here. We have more sellers than buyers. Right now we have no buyers at this spot, right in this spot. Okay, and let's see if that's going to change as we keep going. Now this could fail right in this spot, right at the 9-day moving average. That means it's weak and it comes back down, okay? Not being supported right now by the institutional money, pulling money out of Costco. Okay, so the big monster of Caterpillar, okay? Monster of Caterpillar finally taking some profits up here. Because why? We had the bull run, okay? And the bull run right now is taking a rest, okay? So that's where you have to understand that when you got to just follow the money, follow what they're doing. If you made your money, look what they're doing right now. They're pulling their money out, okay? Right here, pulling money out. Look at that. Distribution, holding a sideways consolidation, but pulling money out. Institutional money pulling money out, okay, on Caterpillar. Okay, let's go over back to the daily chart, and you can see it. Now, you could get this where you can give you an M formation, and then you come back down to the 20-day moving average. That could very well happen too, and then we could get another bounce there. Let's see what happens. Okay, Caterpillar's very strong, so it's not there. You'll see the money coming out, but it could hold at one point. Okay, now you go to GDX. Okay, and the powerful gold miner market, as it continues, is right above again another crossroads of resistance right in this spot here. Okay. So let's look at the 2-hour chart and let's see what kind of volume we got going on. They're still supporting it, still in an uptrend, okay, still supporting it, coming back, okay, pulling some profit off right now. Let's see if we hold the 20-day moving average right here, okay. Let's see right here. If we come back to this and then we come back up, okay, let's see what's going to happen there, okay. Now I want to show you something on the short long positions like the DOG, okay? So now this is the DOG. This is the Dow 30 short. So it's the inverse, okay, long position of the Dow, okay? And look what you got going on here. Now you come up to this spot here, okay? And look what you got. You might be getting this type of thing coming here with the bullish head and shoulders, okay? You might be getting that, okay, right there. And that's to cross this area. So what's going to happen is, okay, on the short right there, look at there, you got it right there. There's the neckline right in that spot. You want to get the bust out right there. Okay, let's see what they're going to do. Okay, we have one peak, we have two peak. Let's see if we're going to get the next level up. Okay. Now, so this is where they're shorting, but they're buying long, right? Okay. And look how you have on the 2-hour chart, look how you have more buyers than sellers here. Okay. So you got this on the strong side of town here. Okay. Look how you got this on the strong side of town here. Okay. So you really don't have any sellers right now. You had a little selling right here, but you held the trend going up. Okay. You held the trend, okay? Let's go over to the TZA, which is the inverse of the IWM, 3-time bearish long position. And this, you have a little bit of a mixed bag here, okay? You had some money coming in, but failed there and now holding. And then you have no sellers right now, okay? Let's go to SDS. That's the inverse of the S&P 500. Okay, and look how you're coming up here on the 2-hour chart, but you went right into resistance and they pulled it back. Okay, let's see if they're going to continue to go up. Okay, into that spot. Okay, let's go over to right now the UUP, which is the U.S. dollar. Okay, let's go over to the big U.S. dollar. Okay. Now, on the U.S. dollar, of course, you were going to pull back. I mean, this is not a surprise because how far away from the moving average were you up in this spot? Okay, look how you pulled back. Every time you get very far away, you'll pull back. Okay, here it is again. You got far away and you pulled right back to support right there. You got a little pressure to the downside with the stochastic. And as Richard Dawson would always say in the Family Feud back in the 70s and 80s, survey says what? Hit support, boom, we bounce off, and now we're into the 20-day moving average, okay? Now, let's see if they're going to pump this back up to the 28.43, okay? Let's see what they're going to do. TLT, which is the 20-year bond, the ETF, and here we go again. We get another little run, okay? Now, we had it right down here. We were waiting for what? We were waiting for the sideways consolidation, trading within the box. Right there, was it going to break down? Or you got the squeeze play here, okay? Or was it going to break up? And in the pre-market, boom, they bought it, okay? They bought it, but they bought it with little volume, okay? So let's see if this is going to be short-lived up into this range when it gets up to here, okay? Let's see if that'll be short-lived, okay? Let's go over to the Dominion Energy. And Dominion Energy with this mess up here, okay, what do you have going on, okay? You have the sideways consolidation, okay, and you have the distribution up here with light volume in this area, okay? You have light volume up in this spot here. You sold off here, you sold off here, you sold off here, and now let's see what they're going to do if they're going to bring it back again, okay? That's what we're waiting for. Right now, it's very hard in that stock, if you're in that, okay? If you made your money, you're pulling your money off in the resistance levels, okay? You got Duke Energy right now on Duke Energy, okay? What do you got going on? You got right into the cluster again. So you're right into that little cluster. Look at that little cluster right there. See it? Okay. So you're into that resistance level on the cluster there. McDonald's, let's go over to McDonald's. And remember, McDonald's was a huge short, okay? There was short McDonald's. And then we knew we had to come back to the moving average. They're going to short you down again. They came back to let's go with the ink. Came back right here, boom, hit you down. Came right back here, get a doji, followed by the seller. Look at all the sellers interested in selling that McDonald's. And boom, okay. And then now you're at support. Okay, now you're at 265.97. You're at a major support level on a daily chart. You go over to 2 hours, actually that's 3 hours, sorry about that one. If you go to the 2-hour chart, you see that they're not supporting it, right? You can see it right there. And you'll see the sellers. Look at the sellers right there, okay? Right there. Now you got a sideways consolidation. You have another squeeze play here, okay? You have a little covering coming and a very, very small amount of covering. You don't have a lot of covering. If this was green down here, right in this spot, right there, let's just say you got that kind of thing going on, and that was all green with volume, boom, there'll be covering, okay? So that's why you have to understand volume on the small time frames. Okay, let's go over to Coca-Cola, and I've been following that one. And Coca-Cola's at a major support level. Now, look at where you are. Look where they bought Coca-Cola here. They bought it there. They bought it there. And let's see if they're going to buy it here. Okay. And what is this? This is basically trading within the box for a very long period of time. That's what this is. It's a major consolidation right in that spot. Okay. That's what you have. So let's see if we're going to get a bounce. And only a bounce for now. Okay. Let's see if we're going to get a bounce right here up to this spot right there. Okay. Remember, you have a moving average heading down, so they could crush you once you hit that spot again. Okay, so just be careful there. On Procter & Gamble, look how you're hitting now. Watch Procter & Gamble, okay? So where you are right now, look at the line right there, that 150s. Let's say you were at 155-ish in that range, okay? So they bought there, okay, right? Now remember, there was a lot of times they'll come back to these areas right here, okay, right in there, which that's why you have a resistance spot at 158.86. So let's say you got some dojis right here. You got a stochastic pointing up, but you're not in the sweet spot, okay? Let's see if you're going to get a little bit of a bounce, okay? Let's see if you get a bounce. Now, it came down strong. A lot of times you'll get covering because it came down so fast and strong because these institutions, they know once you come down fast and strong, you better take those profits quick, okay? And that's what happens. Right now you're getting a squeeze play. Let's see if we get the squeeze play here. Right there. Okay, you see it? Okay, so just want to let you know. Whoops, sorry about that. And let's go over on Procter & Gamble. Let's just check out one other thing on a 30-minute chart here. Okay, look at that right there, okay? So you got the sideways consolidation. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's see if they're going to hold it and then pop, okay? With that said, I just want to thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody for watching. Please like, subscribe, share to my channel. Share my channel if you like the content, if it helps you out. Have a wonderful day trading, and thank you for watching.